I wanted to do a little update on gold because I haven't talked about gold in a while. I've just gotten into a long position here. For right now, we're just targeting up here, but we can always adjust this obviously because it is gold and we are going to expect gold to be moving up for quite some time, right? So looking more immediately and recently at this, I'm really a fan of this price action here, right? Obviously, we made sort of a double top and have pulled back, but really sort of leveled out, bottomed out. Into a nice lower time frame zone here. Now this level here is important because this is a very strong resistance that we're sort of teasing right here. We have been for quite some time. However, big low down here, higher low, higher low, higher low. Now it looks like we're sort of stair stepping our way up, and I think once we're sort of gonna push back up into this level, and once we get above and pull back, that would be the lower risk entry, right? Obviously, my entry now is a little bit more high risk, but if we would, right, break above and then pull back here, this is where you'd want to enter, right? If you want to take, more of a lower risk entry. But overall, this setup here on a uh, you know, higher time frame perspective, we are still extremely bullish. This resistance here, it's looking like it's about time that we're going to break it, and so that's sort of why I'm looking to get in now. As far as stops, I think we're fine underneath here. Um, yeah, we can always adjust it maybe a little bit lower, but I think for the moment we're fine right here. I'll look at it a little bit more before I go to bed, but overall, I think this is going to be a good setup. And like I said, if we break up and pull back, we're gonna adjust our risk and maybe extend targets and that sort of thing. But anyway, we're gonna see how that plays out. All right, I wanted to do a little update on the gold position here. So we are pretty far into this trade. You can see looking back, our entry was pretty good. But what I want to look at is right here, what has just taken place. Obviously, it is, Friday morning. So we had job news, and as far as how accurate or honest the news was, that's a different that's a different story. We know how that goes, but what really matters for us is how the market reacts to it. So, we wicked down back into this support zone, which is now, like I said earlier, this zone, it was looking like it was time to break this zone and retest it as support. We did that here, and we are doing that here as well with this wick down here from the news. Instantly, instantly move back up and close very bullish. And so now, we closed above here, and we're gonna hopefully continue to move up. But let's zoom out and really look at this. Yeah, this was our um, really clean level here. And you can see how, looking back, right, our logic for this entry was continuous higher lows. Let's go to a 4 hour. Um, Continuous higher lows leading up to this level. And then once we get up above, we pull back really nicely, obviously, with this news. And now, basically this has given us many different chances to get in a little bit later. Like right here would have been perfect. And then even here, and then even here with the news. Now the thing is, this is a little bit more difficult because, um, it's you don't really want to be entering a trade around that time. But regarding the technical analysis, this was played out very perfect, right? Completely perfectly. So anyway, looking forward, um, yeah, I think in terms of our target, this is fine. I think, it is the end of the week, so I think with a new weekly candle, let's look at this. Wouldn't surprise me if we close relatively, close to where we are now, maybe a little bit higher. And then in the new weekly candle, we pull back into this zone again to make a bottom wick on the weekly before pushing up higher. That is likely. If not, we might just move up higher and then pull back later in the week to start out. But so what that would look like is, um, yeah, that would look like this daily candle closing close to where it is now, and then the new candle coming down to maybe touch the top of this zone or something like that. So anyway, we've had this will be four bullish daily candles in a row. So eventually we'll get some sort of pullback before pushing up higher. But overall, this position is very happy with this position. I think we got in at a good point, good place. right here a couple of hours later would have been a nice entry as well because we really pushed up and then pulled back again. So anyway, that's just kind of what a little update on our gold position. All right, here we are in gold. Gold is looking incredible. We moved up really nicely in the last night, and we're approaching our target up here. So obviously, here at this point, stops are secured, which is great. They're actually a little bit above our entry here, so a little bit in profit. Really, just moving them below here, below this level, will be a great idea. And with where we are now is actually a good place to secure a little bit of profit. Obviously, not close the entire trade. We still want to hold this, but I think once we reach this resistance area, right, more or less, we're probably going to get some sort of pullback. But we're pretty much like 90% to our take profit, so we're going to secure a little bit of profit, and then like I said, keep the rest open. Maybe we pull back to this level and then we move a little bit higher, but um, the goal is really to catch a move, and that's what we've done. And so we're just going to, like I said, maybe expect some sort of pullback here at this resistance, and then we can look for a move a little bit higher.